Hi, it's me again. Just on here because I've been posting like every day, but then it's been multiple days. I always have the thought, so I just want to like get them out. But I'm actually out of town visiting some family, so it'd be weird to be on here for like multiple hours, just saying all the crazy thoughts and theories. Christians and even just regular people get a little freaked out with what is a simulation? What's life? Is consciousness real? I'm just a little quirk. Um, but yeah, I guess I'll say a little bit, just because, I'm already recording. But, this trip's been really nice. I don't really take vacations, and I wouldn't consider this a vacation. It's just a visit. But, I'm with some really great people right now, and I was able to go out and have fun, and all my thoughts have really just been out of my mind. I really haven't had a lot of crazy thoughts because I've been just so busy spending time with other people, so really focusing on them. Um, so yeah, I've just been enjoying my time, just out doing things. And I actually went out to dinner just a little bit ago, and there was it was like live music, and he was playing like covers of songs that weren't country but adding a little bit of country twang. And I don't really I like me some Tim McGraw, but I'm not really into the country. I'm always into like hard bass rushing and like makes you want to dance. But this was really um it was really comforting and relaxing, which is like kind of cool because I don't like to relax. It's really uncomfortable. But I was just sitting there eating, and I was just like, I feel really good. I feel really nice. So, he doesn't have a lot of videos, but I asked him if he had a YouTube or anything, and he gave me his website, QR code. So he's got a couple of videos. So I think maybe sometime I'll just lay down and just kind of like let the music flow. It might have been more relaxing because I'm there and it's louder, and like the music's there, you can kind of like physically feel it, like feel the beat. So maybe that's why, but I figured I'll try. And the person I'm here with, I was talking about relaxing, and she said that I could, sorry, brain fart, brain shit. Audiobooks, not podcasts, but she asked me if I like to read, and it's not that I can't read. Like, where's something I can read? I don't know. I can read, okay? I can read. I don't know, like after a long amount of information, my brain just kind of like, it just kind of gets not bored, but kind of bored. It's just like, okay, like this was a lot. The words, like I'll read what the words are, like the cat ate the dog, but I won't actually comprehend it. Like I'm just reading the English. So she said that maybe I could just listen to audiobooks. And really like funny things. She's like, what do you like? I'm like, I like funny things, and I do like mysteries. And I'm a little into romance, I'll admit. I mean, it can't be like, Gustavo, where did you go? Oh no, what's his name? The guy with Fabio. Never read those books, but it's like, Fabio, I need you. But if it's like, a little rom-com, I'm down with that. I think maybe I'll try audiobooks of like actual books I read in the past. The Book Thief, when I tried to read that and I really wasn't getting it. Like she'd ask questions. I didn't know it was like, she's like, who is it on the, like, who's saying it? Who's like, they might be coming upstairs, but they're like, who's the author? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know his point of view. If the point of view is like of death, like death is the narrator. So I'm like, oh, I didn't get that. But when she was like, she had this friend, and they really like were back and forth and not interested, and then they were kind of feeling each other, and then he just died, and I started crying in the bathroom, and I was like, no, he's dead. So I got into that book. I really like get into the story. I actually got like addicted to books. I might have already said that, but not addicted to books, but addicted to the story. So I don't really read, but if I read a book, I would like get involved in the story. My life didn't matter. When I would go to class, I'd read. instead of eating dinner, I'd read. Like, I'd read it all night just to get, like, to the end. But there was a book by another author called The Messenger, and it was kind of, like, funny, but it had, I think, a little bit of mystery or intrigue. That was a really good one, so I think I might do that. I'll just lay down, close my eyes to visualize it, and, like, actually, like, listen to an audiobook. So I guess, I gotta try relaxing. I overstimulate myself. I just like to be here and there, but I think I'm mentally exhausting myself. And the fact that I grind my teeth so much shows that, like, my body's really stressed or my brain's really stressed. I'm just kind of like, I don't want to say ignoring it, but I'm so excited about everything, but I'm just go, go, go. Oh, I've actually been doing really good with eating. I'm hoping that I've gained some weight. And I was like, why am I eating so much? One, because I think I didn't bring my Vyvanse with me. I'm not really needing to focus, so I'm just chilling. But also, I'm not busy. And I think I just get so busy with work. And after work, I want to just be able to do my hobbies that I'm not, like, I'm always thinking, I'm always focused, I'm always up. But now I don't have to do that. I'm just like, oh, I'm hanging out. And they like to watch, like, really old movies, like the black and white ones. I'm just like, okay, nothing wrong with those, but, not really my speed. But I was just sitting there, I'm like, dang, I want some pretzels. So I saw what they had in there, so I got some milk, and I got some pickles, and I had some pretzels, and I had some, like, they're called Mexican peach cookies. They didn't really taste like peach, but they were very light feeling. And yeah, it was a weird combination, but, got the salty, got the sweet, got the, all of it, and the tangy. I didn't really have the cheese, but I could handle not having the cheese for a moment. But it was good. So she got me some Oreos and dark chocolate doves with almonds, because plain chocolate's kind of for me, but when it's got almonds, it's something. Just give me something else. She got me that, and she got me that. Oh, I have carrots. I love baby carrots. I don't know why. I can eat like a pound of them. I'm just like, nom, nom, nom. Gotta relax and breathe slowly. So it's really good. When we were having kind of like a deep conversation, and she was talking about something, I'm like, oh, maybe you should do this. She's like, oh, I did, and it didn't go well. And I felt kind of bad, because I was like, oh, like, why did I tell her to do something that she already did, or she already, like, took the initiative to do? So, I figured she wasn't mad, but I apologized, I'm like, I should have asked. So that's something I recognize. I think, like, even though, not that I think that I know better, but, I try to be really open with people, and, been through therapy. I'm like, oh, let's think about emotions. Let's have you talk to them about how they feel. So I think I just need to ask, like, oh, well, have you tried this? And if they say no, then I'm like, okay, well, maybe you should try this, because this would help in this way. So just instead of telling them what they need to do, just ask that they have, and say, hey, have you thought about this? Because it's not like I think I'm smart. Like, okay, I'm not dumb. I'll say I'm smart, but I'm not intelligent. Oh, I think I already said that. I have these cool ideas, but knowing dates, like, history's cool. I like to learn about those things, but I know the World War II happened. I know the other shit happened. I just don't, like, I don't know the dates, and I don't really know the names of people. I'm really forgetful. Like, I'll know a face, not of their funky names. Like, I know of the guy in Britain, or back in the day, and he was like a king, and he changed the Bible so he could, or the King James Version, that's his name, because he was like, you know what, I want to divorce my wife, and I think he'd be ahead of her. I don't fucking know, but yeah, kind of, I know a little bit, and I'm great at math. Science, I know that I can balance equations, okay? That's my shit. So I'm not dumb. I get that shit. I think I have some decent common sense. Got a little bit of, overthinking here, but what was my point? Yeah, I don't think I'm, like, above people in smartness, but, I like to think of things in different ways, and I really value people's perspective. So I try to just show people that. So yeah, I think that's something I could definitely work on. Not mad at myself, because I said that in another video too, but, I can always grow. But I'm cool. I'm okay. I gotta say this on the inside. I'm not saying, I don't believe in good and bad people. We already talked about that. We're just all mammals of the Homo sapien species, like with brains and shit. Like we're Saint Saint Mary, or not Saint Mary, the lady that's just like, oh, she's the best lady in the world. She's so giving. That's really great that she's giving. What she does is great. But that doesn't make her a good person or a bad person. There's probably a lot of shit we don't know she did. Just like bad people. They do some really fucked up shit. They made some really bad decisions. But they went through shit in life, caused things in the brain, and they made the decision that was pretty bad. Now, at least what we call in society. I wouldn't say anybody's bad or good. They make more, we would say, acceptable versus non-acceptable, decisions. But so do a lot of us. And we won't admit it to people. So I'm not saying I'm a good person, but in the world of self-love and learning to be better, I just gotta love who I am. I'm a cool person. I do what I do. I fuck up. We all fuck up. And you know what? You can't handle my fuck ups, then, you can't handle mine and I gotta accept yours. Sorry. I'm a really accepting person. So if I'm gonna accept you and I'm gonna love you that much and I'm always gonna listen to you, then you gotta be there for me like that. We gotta, not, fair is not equal, but we gotta have the same amount of like care and respect for each other. So I love myself. Oh, and I had a great night. I went dancing. I was dancing like nobody was watching. And, the girls there were like, let's go. And they had a guy there and they're like, oh, he's single. I'm like, okay. And I was chatting with him and somebody else and the other girls. And the girl was trying to teach me the half step, which is like the two-step in country, but halving. And I was just not getting it. She's like, hey, dude, we'll make up his name. Well, I keep saying James. I don't like the name James. What's a cool name? Lucas. I like that name. So she's like, hey, Lucas, come here. Let me teach you this. You can dance with her. So I was like, all right, they're going to teach him this so he can ask me to dance. So, he brought me to the dance floor and we were half stepping. He wanted to half step to every song. I'm like, okay, I'll half step with you. We'll dance a little bit. But if the song's like, da-na-na, na-na-na-na, we're not going to, So I'm like, okay, if we're going to half step, why don't we do, do, twist, turn, whatever. So at some point I was like, okay, hands off. Let's just do our thing. And I had a few Jello shots, which I wouldn't say Jello shots. They're not a shot, bro. Okay, if the Jello shot's that big, that's not, you can't even fit a shot in that. You think the whole shots, they were Jello? No, it's like a tablespoon. So I had a crap ton of Jello shots, but still, I wasn't stumbling, wasn't crying, wasn't mad, wasn't, trying to be all over the dude. I was more like, and I did have to explain my situation, which I think I overly explain it. People are like, oh, I don't really know what's going on. What's going on? It could just be as simple as, it's like this right now. Point blank, period. But I think I'm just so in that I don't know how to explain it that I'm overly explaining it. Like, we know this happened, and they said this, and they felt this, so this happened. But this is how I feel, and I don't know how it's going to end up. And I think I just don't really know what to say. But I think, there's the poke method. That's how you stop overly talking. Because I realize people just ask things to be nice. And I'm so excited that I'm like, let's tell me everything. So like if somebody says, hey, how was your weekend? I can say, good. I went out with some friends. How was yours? Oh, I went out of town, saw some family. What about you? They tell me and they're like, oh, who'd you go see? That means they poke you. They're more interested. If you say, oh, went out of town, saw some family, what about you? And they're just like, oh, okay, yeah, I did this. Then that's it. They just want to have, nice little short talk. But if they book you for more information, that means they're interested. Now, that doesn't mean I have to tell them. But I'm like, oh, yeah, I saw these people and we went out to this bar. I'm like, oh, how'd you enjoy it? So that's something I wanted to grow on and I'll try to do. But, I'm kind of a little forgetful. So up in my thoughts, but yeah, it was a cool time. And I got these cherry coke pajama pants and the cherry coke shirt. I don't even like cherry coke. Coke's cool, but I don't like the cherry flavor. But I like matching things, so it'll be nice. I got my pajama pants and my pajama shirt. So yeah, pretty cool. Oh, and I learned a lot of rules about country. So I have these cool ripped jeans and stuff, and we're going to a country bar. I learned you cannot put skinny jeans in cowboy boots. That's like a no thing. They're like, that's gonna show you were cowboy bunny. I was like, okay. I thought it looked good, but whatever. And then, so you gotta wear like either flare jeans or, you know, just bell bottoms or whatever you call them. Or, yeah, boot cut jeans or like flare or whatever. And then, you know, I'd never do this, but they're like, you never touch a cowboy's hat because that's disrespectful. And you can get your nasty, grimy hands on them. So you never touch their hat. Now, you can be like, hey, I like your hat. Can I see it? And you can touch it. But you never put the cowboy hat on because that means you take the cowboy home of the hat. I was like, because I definitely would be like, hey, let me wear your ball cap backwards. But I'm not trying to take nobody home, especially a cowboy. So, yeah. And, yeah, I learned that. What else did I learn? Oh, so you can wear cowboy boots, and that's fine. Or cowgirl boots. But if you wear a cowboy hat, you have to wear boots. You can't wear a cowboy hat and, like, sneakers, okay? So the hat means you have to have the boots. The boots doesn't mean you have to wear a hat. And you can wear the belts. You can wear the buckle belts, but you don't wear, like, a buckle belt of a place like you didn't know, right? It's not it's not as serious as stolen valor, but it's like you don't wear the uniform with the patches if you ain't in. You don't wear the belt buckle saying you did this and you didn't do that. That is like, you're going to get slapped over that. So, learned a lot of cool things. I didn't know none of this. I didn't know there were that many rules. Apparently, if you wear your skinny jeans in cowboy boots, they call you a goat fucker. I'm like, I didn't fuck no goats. Unless I look like a goat, because I'll fuck myself. But, I don't know why that's a thing, but apparently I almost was a goat fucker, fucking some goats. Oh, I won't say that story because I don't know who will watch this and I don't want to be offensive. Honestly, I'll say it to you guys, but whatever, or to myself. I've been a little bit worried about how much I'm sharing because I'm really open. But if this ever did get known and people are like, oh my God, I don't even remember what I say in things and I over repeat. So I'm like, am I oversharing? But I can always delete them. Now the internet's funny. When it's on there, it never stops. I don't know if you go back on the time machine, if it'll show you like that time machine thing, which doesn't really work. I try to go to like the website of a apartment place and it didn't really show me jack. But yeah, I don't know if anybody goes back and on the time machine website if it'll show videos. I can sleep for a long time. But yeah, I don't freaking know. You can find it anywhere, screen record, whatever. But you know what? This is the decision I'm making. I don't really know why I'm making it. I'm not really a share myself person. I don't really want to be known. You know, I think I think I'm different, but I'm just a regular person. I don't want to be famous. I don't want to be known. I've done shit. Not bad shit. I haven't killed nobody, but I've made decisions I'm not proud of, and I've made decisions I am proud of. But you know, I just want to stay in my world, even though it's not easy and there's shit I don't like. Have a good life, and I'm excited to explore it and see where it goes. So, you know, if you ever do watch me, even if you like me, just keep me on the DL. I'm not special. I mean, I'm special, you know. No, that's rude. Sorry, I didn't mean that. My brother wasn't special ed, so, you know, I respect them, okay? But, I mean, I'm not, like, special, like, ooh, God loves me more, or whatever. But, you know, I'm a special person. We all are, because we're all unique. You know, me and my consciousness, we all have very unique consciousness. We're all only gonna exist once, so we're all fucking special. Because nobody like us will ever exist. So, yeah. Okay, I don't know. How long has it been? 19 minutes? Okay, you know me, I like my solid 20 minutes. So what are my ending words? Oh, let me show you my combat boots. So they're not real combat boots, but I got these from Walmart. Ooh, I like them. Like, they're like a cute combat boot, and they're only like 15 to 20 bucks. Also, the girl I was with, she was like kind of the gothic country, the dark hair and the dark lipstick, and If I was a lesbian, I'd be a lesbian for her, but I don't like vaginas. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.